talk about our topics. Like, I feel like we should talk about that and then start it.
You're
Like,
probably right.
like just the questions we're gonna throw at you. Like, what's your favorite beer? What was your scariest childhood trauma? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'll answer anything. Like I'm no secrets.
Tits or ass?
Both.
What are your opinions on thigh highs?
I love them.
Okay, see, that's good.
Go back to episode 1.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
These were the hard-hitting questions we were gonna ask, but that's all great.
I need to come up with like a thigh highs or knee socks type of deal. Like it needs to be like.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you gonna distinguish the two? Are we gonna settle this live?
Well,
Pre-recorded.
thigh highs.
Lively pre-recorded.
Live-
Slight
live-
editing.
Live recorded.
Live recorded editing. Thigh highs to knee socks. What is the debate? Where does one end? Where does one start?
At the knee and the thigh.
Okay.
It's got a point.
All right. Well, you just wasted what was a 10-minute segment in a 2-minute debate. So thank you for that. Now we have to fill in something else.
We have a guest. That's what.
Hey, welcome to the show.
I'm here. I am here.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Pub Crew here with another episode. Like that intro right there? See how I just stole the show on that one?
Energy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna put in the claps. I'm just gonna like.
Oh, you've been putting the claps in this whole time?
No, just the first one.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was funny. Clarence hopped in. It was really funny.
Clarence hopped in.
People liked it.
All right.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
Yeah, me too.
So, here we are with another episode, Pub Crew, and I'm pretty sure you're wondering, what's different here? And I'm pretty sure you're already guessing. There's another chair here, and it has an abled body in it.
I'm alive.
And he's alive!
I'm alive.
That's a first for the show.
That's a first. The other one wasn't alive. But anyways, so, here's our guest, Vic. You know him better than I do. Please,
yeah, that's right.
Chalk him
I'm
up.
the guest.
Roll out the carpet.
I'm the guest. No,
Roll out the carpet. Tell us a little bit.
So,
roll him into
here we
it.
have
Roll out the carpet for him.
musician extraordinaire. Girls say, "Oh, mon frere." He's got a lot of hair. Part of Shadow Valley and Ronin.
That doesn't rhyme. Continue.
Okay.
You were on a roll. I was like, yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That doesn't rhyme.
No.
Anyways.
I fucked it up. This is my homie Eli.
I'm Eli.
Yeah, singer and guitarist of Shadow Valley.
Yeah, I am.
I'm also working on other music projects with yours truly.
That's,
That's
we are.
Been on in the works.
I didn't mean to get in your face right there. I apologize.
No, that's cool.
I was just pointing at that guy.
Yeah.
I realized I was.
I
in
didn't
your
even
face.
notice.
It's fine.
I did.
That's cool. It's fine.
They did.
But it's gonna be our first guest.
They did.
First guest on the show. A very special guest.
Eli, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good. It's good to be on the show with Dos Equis.
That's the first
And-
thing. That's the first thing.
Dos Equis.
Going right into it, what are we drinking today? Well, today, Eli chose here, and he chose personal favorite of his, Dos Equis. Great cerveza. It's a good go-to around here.
I'm so
Can't go
glad-
wrong with it.
I'm so glad you said cerveza because it's definitely like a very Mexican, like easy
Yeah.
drinking
Yeah,
beer.
definitely.
Like
It's a go-to for me, definitely.
I've always thought it was kind of sweet. Like there's like if there was a touch of like
man.
some honeyed sweetness in the beer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like
I can see that.
that's always been like it to me. That's why I love Dos Equis. Like it's one
Yeah.
of my favorites.
And it's a good go-to. Like, if
Yeah.
it comes down to cerveza, it's like Corona Dos Equis. I'm going to go with it.
if I don't feel like being,
I feel like it's just the most
like-
mellow.
yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Just the most mellow.
It's really mellow, and you can just knock back a 20, 12-pack, 30-pack keg in a day if you wanted to, and you're not going to hate yourself for it.
No. And I really like it. It's really nice. I mean, that was gonna be my first question is what is your favorite drink, but we go Dos Equis.
Dos Equis. I
Yeah.
also really like Jack.
Mm.
Jack Daniels.
Whiskey.
That's my favorite whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, as far as alcohol, that's where that goes.
Nice.
In the right setting, I'll pretty much drink anything though. But
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah,
but
that's like-
those are my
it's like
preferences. Yeah.
Is that setting?
So if you're a crazy fan of Eli's and you want to send him a little gift basket with like your skin and like nail cuttings and
What show
a
is this
bottle
again?
of Jack
Holy shit.
in it.
What show is this again?
He'll
What show is
appreciate the
this?
bottle of Jack. No, just kidding. Sorry, I was making a joke. That was a long-winded joke.
Winded.
Yeah. Hey, it's the only type I do here.
Long-winded jokes.
Yeah.
Segueing
Anyways.
into what I like to drink.
What do you like to drink?
I am a whiskey man.
A whiskey man.
But I will drink just about anything.
The beer gives me the whiskey vibe.
Does it?
It does.
I'm not a hipster, I swear.
No,
Don't do that.
hipsters do not wear black denim jackets like
Yo,
we
did
do.
we got the memo? Vic, come on.
I'm Teal Man.
Is that the
It's
Hot
too-
Topic one?
All my vests are outside.
No, because I asked.
I was like, all my
that's
vests
the
come
one
from
that has
outside.
the replaceable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to have that one,
Dope.
but it tore. It.
Oh, I took the sleeves off immediately.
Yeah,
just 'cause
I
liked
wore it
that-
to Oblivion. Even the pockets
Oh.
right here had holes,
Oh, that's a shame.
but it's great.
I usually try and take care of them because I usually like their vests. They have some nice quality
it's a really
vests.
it's a really good vest.
Yeah.
And this guy upgraded to this Levi's one.
And the thing I always love about them, they have like nice little
Yeah,
inside
man,
pocket
you
right
can't
there.
go wrong with inside pockets.
I've stashed many bottles in here before.
yeah.
And no one noticed. I was walking to a fucking event and just like, all right, like, what the hell am I? Do you want some or not? Just that's all you have to say. No judgment. I will go to another table.
I have shirt pockets and I'm fat, so I don't need to worry about that. But you know, I can see how some people would need a vest. Not
It's
hating.
a great investment.
I mean, it has sleeves too.
But cut the show. Cut the show.
Record
We're
scratch
done.
right there. End the show. We're done. Sell it.
One
Print it.
good- that
Put it
one
on a
bad
shirt.
joke, just to end it. All right. No, I'm just kidding.
Highlight investment right here.
May I have another beer, sir?
But yeah, dude, definitely. Before
I'm
we
already
got
2
to
beers
that-
in.
Yes, we definitely started ahead of this. Look at the end for bloopers and extras, Jackie Chan style.
Jackie Chan style.
Uh-huh.
That guy's going strong, man.
Yeah, he
Oh,
really
dude,
is.
he's the best.
Always will be. In my heart. Shout out
Favorite
to
Jackie Chan movie?
Do you like the Eat Man movie?
Drunken Master. Oh, Eat Man.
Drunken Master's a
Drunken
good
Master
movie.
is my favorite Jackie Chan
The
movie.
first
too.
Drunken Master.
The
Yeah.
first Drunken
When he has
Master.
long hair and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
Drunken
fun.
Master. That's my go-to Jackie
Hell,
Chan, man.
yes.
Like all day. Well, I actually didn't think about the relevancy to the show that we're pub crew, but just Drunken Master. That's just always my go-to Jackie
Yeah,
Chan. You can't go wrong with
It's
it.
a good movie. Did you like the Forbidden Kingdom?
It was all right. It was. I felt they were trying to take like a different, like kung fu approach to it.
Mhm.
It wasn't.
Like more commercial.
Yeah, right. Like it felt phoned in.
Like more comedy-esque.
Yeah. Granted, I know there was comedy in his other.
But like,
They were like
it felt like
they were
we're
clever.
watching like, yeah.
This was like it felt like you said commercial. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, it was all right. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but it
The
wasn't
fight
like
scenes with Jet
the
Li, man.
choreography.
Yeah.
Were like, oh, I think that's what I liked the most about it. The choreography was on point with it. I'm like,
There's this
sells it.
one part where they're fighting in that temple, and Jet Li kicks him. And he does this really nasty flip.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking
Mhm.
about? He does this nasty flip, and
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's just like, oh.
Yep. I actually saw one of his newest movies, Jackie Chan,
Which one?
Vanguard.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that one.
I haven't seen it.
Saw it. It's literally like a visit to old Jackie Chan films, but
Oh, man.
modern.
Really?
Like it's really cheesy. It's
Damn.
like
Oh,
B
yeah.
movie cheesy.
Yeah.
Like there's, I think it's self-aware too, because it literally makes jokes and like fourth walls where you're like,
Mhm.
okay, it knows it's being terrible here, but that's actually probably the point.
Mhm.
Choreography though was pretty on point. And there's a particular scene in there where Jackie Chan literally, like, it looks like he makes a callback to one of his biggest stunts. I
Mhm.
think it's when he's forget the movie, but it's one of his biggest stunts where he injured himself,
Mm-hmm.
where he jumps down that whole pole of lights.
Oh yeah.
And he got like second-degree burns. He fractured a rib.
I
He
forgot
broke
what
his
movie
hip.
that
Like
was.
he got all these injuries off of it, right? But it was
Yeah.
one of the greatest stunts ever recorded because he did it himself,
Yeah.
and it was
mhm.
great.
Leave that movie in the comments because we can't remember.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I brain farted on it, but that's like one of the most notable. And he's in a mall, and he has to get down to the second floor, and the younger guy does it, but it looks all, there's a wire involved, right? You can tell he got down there, and he's booking after the bad guy, and Jackie Chan's up top, and he's just like, he's getting ready to go, and there's another officer who goes, wait, the stairs are over there, and he's like, okay, let's go. And then he gets the stairs, I'm like, okay, that's the most relevant Jackie Chan thing,
That's
to date.
hilarious.
Where he's like, he's literally old now, and he wants to acknowledge, like, It's all for this shit.
He's like 64 around there.
Yeah, and he obviously can't do them as well as he used to. And he
Mm-hmm.
makes notes of that in this movie, is where he does do some fighting, but it's not as extreme as it used to be. In
Yeah.
fact, the younger guys are taking the
Yeah.
scenes on there. But he has his moments, and they're always comical. I'm like, that's Jackie Chan. He just sticks to his guns. But he's not going to do, like, the crazier scenes.
The first Jackie Chan movie I saw was actually Shanghai Nights.
Yeah, that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
That's a
And I didn't know Donnie Yen was in that movie till I saw Ip Man.
Right?
Yeah.
I think because Daniel wasn't as prominent then.
Yeah, he wasn't very well known.
No, I
But,
think that was one of his first, like, Americanized, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it was,
Mhm.
that was his
Because he did mainly just Chinese.
Chinese movies.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't know him, you didn't know him. But he was there.
He was really good in the Iron Monkey. Have you seen the movie?
Oh, yeah.
The Iron Monkey.
So I
movie.
got into it from Ip Man, then I had to
the
look up all
poison, the
his
poison
shit.
palms.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love kung fu movies. I love, like, Chinese flicks, like
Yeah.
even the old ones, like where they're cheesy. I think it's like one of the best things about them. They're
Mhm. But like,
like,
it's
just
genuine, though.
great.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
it's
genuine.
genuine.
It's just like it's great entertainment. Like yeah,
first
these guys
Jet
were
Li movie.
passionate about it. First Jet Li movie.
Shaolin something. I forgot what it's called. Shaolin Monk.
Yeah, Shaolin Monk.
Yeah, where he makes the leaf ball. Where he's using
Naruto style.
Yeah, he's like making like a ball of leaves.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
All those movies are great, man. Anyways,
Yeah.
enough about that. Tell us more about yourself, Eli.
About myself, what do you want to know?
So, you make music, correct?
I do make music.
And you are a producer of music, and you
Producer,
also
yeah.
perform.
Yeah. Haven't performed in a while though, but yeah.
Well,
Oh.
times are tough,
Times are tough, yeah.
and we're hoping to bring entertainment to everybody, and with you.
Mhm.
So, with that, well, tell us a bit about what you play.
I play guitar.
Okay.
I self-taught when I was around 11.
Okay.
Yeah, middle school. I had this little first act guitar this big. I'll put it in my locker.
Nice.
Yeah, I was that guy in middle
You
school.
were that guy.
And I was that guy till the end of high school, just always having a guitar.
Hey, you're producing shit now, so I mean, you're that guy now.
Yeah. Producing, yeah. I mean, it's basically just do it yourself kind of thing, but I learned. Just YouTube, you know?
So you said you got a couple of projects. What's the one you play on most right now? You said Shadowfall, correct?
No, Shadow Valley.
Shadow Valley.
Mhm.
God damn it! I remember when I was looking it up and I was like, "Hey," I said it out loud.
That's a cool band too, though.
Shadowfall
Shadowfall
is
is
great.
a really great band.
But we're not talking about that. Shadow Valley, great. I was checking them out. I'm digging it. Get goth vibes. You know, classic '80s metal. Oh,
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah,
that's
man.
my go-to. Stuff you want to go into war with.
That's the goal.
That's the goal, and I love it. The beard says it all. The beard wouldn't steer you wrong.
I wish my beard was.
It could be.
Fuck you guys.
Oh, hey, Vic, how's it going over there, man?
He's alive and well.
So this band, Shadow Valley. How long have you been working with this band?
Oh man, we formed back in high school. We met in guitar class. I actually wasn't the singer. I was just the guitar player. We had a girl singer. We weren't even called Shadow Valley. We were called Pima.
Really? You guys
Pima-
ever record anything from there, or
No,
that was short-lived?
we never recorded anything with her.
Got you.
Yeah. So, but we were called Pima. Pima it was an anagram of our names. Her name was Prenda. I'm Eli. Michael is our
okay.
drummer, and Tony is our bassist.
I get you. It
Yeah.
all makes sense.
And then she drifted away. We're still all great friends with her, and we just
wasn't a thing.
yeah.
It's unfortunate. It happens.
Yeah.
The name Shadow Valley came. Actually, me and my bassist Tony, we went to see Amon Amarth,
Ooh.
and we were just
Viking.
I love that band.
Oh, me too.
We were just waiting outside for our ride, and we were just talking about band names, and we just came up with Shadow Valley. And coincidentally, our drummer's last name is Valles, which is valley
Hey.
in Spanish.
Well, that all works out.
Yeah.
Which is, we did not think of that at all, but
It's fucking funny.
yeah, it's a funny
You
coincidence.
think about it after the fact, and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
that all works out.
hmm Yeah, that's how Shadow Valley was pretty much made. We pretty much started off as a punk cover band. We played a lot of Misfit songs.
Oh man, I like the Misfits.
Played a lot of Misfit
Misfits are
songs, Ramones.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mhm.
Hey, cover bands is where it's at. Like, if that's where you're starting off, there's no shame in that, man. I mean, what else are you gonna have as a reference to go off with?
I didn't really know how to. I never made songs before.
And that's no easy feat. Like, it's like seriously easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was just learning just songs, and over time I just decided, hey, we need our own songs, man. We can't just be a cover band. So
you can't be a cover band forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely start off as a cover band. There's no shame in that. Yeah, but then you gotta branch off. You gotta do your thing. You gotta take your influences and make them your inspiration.
Yeah.
And go off of that.
I think like weddings all the time.
That's
I would never play a wedding, man.
I would love to play a wedding.
Then I will not ask you my next question, but we will continue on with what's your inspiration.
Well, it depends. For a wedding, I would be an acoustic act.
Oh no, I want a metal wedding.
Yeah.
Do you want a metal wedding?
I go for a Viking metal wedding.
Do you want a metal wedding?
Hell yes, I would love a metal wedding.
We will give you a metal wedding.
I would go for that, man. Like, what the hell? It doesn't have to be all like.
You don't know my life.
You know my.
No, we will give this man a metal wedding if he wants it.
If he wants it, go for it.
We'll give it to him.
It has to be metal.
So damn.
There'll be a disclaimer at the front. Tip the man $5. Sign up. There's an entry fee. Proceeds go to the band. Merch tables in the back.
If you put, it's a $5.
We're out of merch right now, actually.
A $5 donation.
You got time.
We're
out of merch.
No, it'd have to be like a $10 donation. Get to Edward 40 Hands for the
Yo.
night. So,
$10 gets you Edward 40 Hands?
Yeah.
We're going to have to sign some liability waivers. We're not going to be responsible for that shit.
We're not.
People are either passing out or people trying to get out of 40 Edward. And it just not going well.
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible. Sign some waivers beforehand.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Well, I mean, it's your wedding. You get to make them do it.
It is your wedding.
Oh, yeah, huh?
You're the boss.
Fuck, you're right.
You're the boss.
But yeah, so you guys said you have a project you're working on together.
Oh,
correct?
yes. Me and him are definitely...
Oh, yeah.
How that started is I watched this anime called Samurai Champloo.
Yo, that's a good one.
It's a great anime.
I love that one.
And the guy who made the music, Nujabes.
Oh,
I was greatly inspired by that guy. And I was like, there's not much of that going on right now. So I just, So I went to EPCC, the local college.
Shout out.
Valle
Verde?
Screw that college. Yeah, Valle Verde.
That's the one.
Screw that college. Anyways.
Oh, snap.
Anyways, yeah, I just took what I learned, I learned how to compose. And how to compose, oh, hello, kitty.
Shout out Clarence.
Clarence.
Can't see him, but he's
can't
here.
See him, yeah.
He is right here.
Mm-hmm. He likes to make guest appearances.
So you went to EPCC.
Yes. I took what I learned from there,
I went to EPCC.
That's where I met him, actually.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Many moons ago. 2015?
2015.
2015.
It's like the stars align.
Late 2015.
Late 2015. Not to be confused with mid to early 2015.
Mid to late, actually.
Whoa.
Mid to late. Yeah, so took what I learned from there, how to compose and arrange things. That's where I learned piano.
I know a little piano.
Yeah, that's because I played piano when I was around 13, but I didn't really get serious about it until I actually had Lucy Scarborough as my teacher.
Oh man, Scarborough is a well-known name here.
Yeah,
yeah, she was my teacher, and she would make me sight read some stuff, and I would do it, I guess by instinct, because I would just do it, and she would tell me, I haven't seen anyone do that in a while, and she's like, you should stick to piano. I'm like, I like guitar more.
It's always been the thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like because I took both piano and guitar in middle school, but went to guitar. But I didn't continue.
You play guitar?
I played bass.
You play bass?
Yeah. I went from guitar to bass and then played bass for a while and then stopped. I still have my bass.
What kind of bass do you have?
I have a Fender something. I have it in storage because it's been a while and I don't want it to get damaged. You're moving a lot of shit around here and I'm like, I'm going to have to put it away somewhere safe. So it's locked up in an unknown location.
Knowing an instrument is vital in your life. I feel like
definitely a stress reliever.
Yeah.
Stress reliever. Without music, it helped me through tough times for sure.
Definitely. I think music's gotten a lot of people through tough times. And it's whatever you listen to. If that's your jam, let it take you where it needs to take you.
And that's our goal, you know. Our goal and my band's goal is we don't really care about getting famous or anything. We just want
playing what you love.
We just want to reach people emotionally.
Yeah. See, and that's why I thought you'd
that's
be
what
a
it should
good
be
fit
about.
that's why I thought you'd be a good fit for the podcast as well, because that's what we want to do, and we just want to talk to people, talk like about stuff to people.
We literally ramble for times, and it's just ranting, but it's about stuff we're passionate about, stuff we
and
like.
we just want to reach out to people who
and we want to hear
feel
people
the same, feel opposite, and would like to voice their opinions. It's the same thing with music. Like,
you can have an opinion, and that's fine, and that's actually what we want to hear. We're not here to argue. Like, if this is what we think, I'm sure you have something to say, and that's great. We're more than happy to hear it. But I think we can all agree, music is definitely like it's an outlet that helps everybody.
Yeah, and honestly, it was just funny because when I met him, like, I never thought I'd be a rapper, or I'd make rap lyrics or start flowing like that.
He's
growing
really
up,
good.
I was very
really
much
good.
into rock and like metal,
like me.
like rock en español, like I was all over the place. I got into ska music, reggae, dancehall. Like I sort of went around the block with music, and when I joined EPCC, I started looking up a lot of classical and jazz. And that's when I got into singing, because most of my life I had been a percussionist or a drummer. I know how to play trombone, harmonica, piano, but I mostly love percussion, drums, and I started singing, and singing classical music was just like an eye-opener for me.
I remember seeing you perform in that one class.
Yeah, man.
That one useless class.
It wasn't that useless.
I mean, it was kind of we didn't get credit for it.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah.
It was just like a class where people went to go perform.
Yeah, it was a performance class.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was.
And you had to perform twice.
But you got
semester.
your experience out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
it definitely
important part.
It definitely helped me be less nervous.
Yeah, especially when it's just you up there.
If you always get a positive experience out of it, I mean,
Yeah.
you learn something. You
Yeah,
get
but
something out
you
of it.
definitely didn't get any credit for it as far as like.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it was
But
super.
It was a bittersweet kind of class, but
Yeah, you
I mean,
got to see a lot of talented
it was
people.
alright.
Yeah.
It was alright.
that's great,
But
though.
anyways, yeah.
Definitely a lot of
I
talented
mean,
people.
here you guys are.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I started singing a lot more, and then I got into hip hop a lot more. You know, like A$AP Rock, shout out, Run the Jewels just dropped.
You recently showed me A$AP Rock.
Yeah.
That was
A$AP Rock is
fun.
really good.
Yeah, I was kind of like, what? And then we jammed for a while the last time. I was kind of like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah, all great lyricists. You know, going into stuff like Prof Mers, like other people who are not local people, but people who are still around. Going back to shit like Wu-Tang and Biggie Smalls,
Wu-Tang, yeah.
like even back then and now, like Eminem, like shit like that. Like even Mike Shinoda from fucking Linkin Park, you know,
Yeah.
all that
We
shit.
can compare to them a lot too.
Yeah, we like our shit got compared to Linkin Park, which I thought was amazing.
I thought it was weird because
Yeah.
we would have like that metal vibe into it, but I guess because it's you rapping and me singing.
Yeah, and it's been a trip because I got made fun of when I was growing up for liking shit like Limp Bizkit and
That's
rap
ironic,
rock.
right?
Yeah.
Like that. Grew up listening to that shit too, and for a while I was kind of like, oh, you listen to
Slipknot, Limp Bizkit.
Oh, but
Korn.
Slipknot was like, oh, I embraced the shit out of that.
Corey
one. I was
Taylor's
like,
a fucking great singer.
Yes, he really is. That's why I was like, no, fuck you.
That dude can sing anything.
Yes.
That dude can
For
sing
real.
anything, man.
Yeah, that's why at one point I was kind of, I don't care. Like, I felt I was being rebellious. Fuck you, I'm going to listen to what I want. But after
funny.
actually appreciating and learning, you're kind of like, wait, no, this is good. What the hell? Fuck you for thinking otherwise.
Have you ever seen Loudwire?
Yes. Oh,
That reminded me of
Shout out to that one.
Loudwire, where there's always something about Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
And what does Corey Taylor think about this?
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It's like its own like segment for Corey Taylor. It's like, come on, man.
I love Loudwire. They're great.
Yeah,
They're great.
no, they really are good. I think it's funny. They always mention Corey Taylor. I'm like, see, there was a whole time where you were just getting shit for
He
Slipknot.
was huge, man. Like
I mean, they're
System
still
of a
pretty huge.
Down, like
System of a Down.
Hey,
dude,
they got
that
those-
new
the
music.
new music.
Yeah.
Hey,
Super
That new
exciting.
music is
check it out if you
good.
haven't. I'm pretty sure y'all have at this point. This is kind of way after that. I'm sure everyone's
Yeah.
heard the shit out of it now. It's
Oh
really
yeah, man! It's been like anticipated for a while.
good. And I'm glad they finally did something.
Hopefully, we get an
Yeah,
album
are
out
you
of that,
kidding
man.
me?
I am really hoping that's what this means. Like,
hope we get
can
an
we
album out
finally
of
get
that.
an album we've
Yeah.
been
How long has it been? Like, what, 15 years?
Yes. Well, they did a tour. They reunited before,
dude,
you know.
And speaking
these
of, like,
times.
we're at a really weird crossroads because even with like the new System of a Down shit, Rage Against the Machine has a tour. Like, they're coming here with Run the Jewels.
Well, they were.
They were.
Oh,
they still are, but it's everything at this point is not canceled.
Yeah.
It's
dude, I wanted to see Megadeth with In Flames and.
My God, Megadeth! I saw Slayer with Amon Amarth.
So did I.
Before
I was also
there.
there. Actually, all the whole band was there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
The whole band was there.
Great.
All three of us.
That was a hell of a show, man.
When what song was it? Thunder of the Gods, where you got the hammer.
Thunder! Yes, Thunder of the Gods. Oh man. That was great. I loved. That was so hype and it was emotional too. Right at the end.
Yeah, man.
Slayer, man. It was.
Oh, funny enough, when we made the name for the band, me and my bassist Tony, when we saw Amon Amarth, we met the I think it was the bassist and the drummer.
Of Amon Amarth?
Yeah, and they let us hold the shields.
Oh,
the Vikings.
So jelly.
I'll show you the pictures later.
I want to get a picture on the ship.
Oh, I can put the picture on.
Spliced it in here. All right.
All right.
It's gone.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook.
There you go. Check out Facebook.
We have a Facebook page, Shadow Valley.
Yeah.
You do have a YouTube page too.
Where can people hear your music?
The what?
Where can people hear your music?
Oh, Spotify, anywhere digital, you know, Spotify, Apple Music. It's on YouTube too.
YouTube, Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, yeah.
There you go.
Check
them out.
That's awesome.
Currently working on our first debut album. It's gonna be a weird album.
Yeah.
3 different genres. Yeah.
Do you guys have any releases for Ronin?
It's planned.
Uh-huh.
We're working on it.
Tease the fans, maybe.
We were trying to do something late December, like at the end of the month.
Okay.
We were like, it might be pushed back a little bit to like January.
For next year,
we still want to release it when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Because we want you to like.
Have
like those real nice instrumental beats and my slick flow.
And my soft vocals.
To warm me up as I study things.
Yeah.
As you snuggle.
Gotcha. I love it.
No, yeah, definitely.
It's very... So how the instrumentation is... I really love, video game music. Final Fantasy, man.
Like 80%, 85% of my music, my like songs, is just video game music and covers of video game music.
Yeah.
Sorry, when people's like, hey, you want to put your music on? I'm like... I don't know, man. Are you ready for what's about to pop up?
You want to feel like you're going into battle?
Like you're going to hear a lot of like the same song, maybe 3 different versions.
Yeah.
But they're all different artists, I swear. I just like Spark Mandrill theme, all right?
But yeah, like Star Wars theme music, Final Fantasy theme music, just soundtracks, and I want to hear a lot of people do that with hip hop. The only one I heard was New Jabez, but it wasn't really the same. But he did his own thing where he did.
New Jabez is his own. He has his own.
He's his own genre.
Like, yeah, he's his own genre. It's
he
his
was
own
jazz.
flavor on
He was
everything.
very jazz.
Yeah.
And
it's like a jazzy hip hop.
Yeah,
like you can really hear that in Samurai Champloo.
Yeah,
I think
very
that's what
jazz,
made it unique.
Very jazz hip hop with some orchestration.
Yes,
and that's where I got the inspiration to make the Ronin stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do like Final Fantasy-ish things too, like
Hell
very, very big symphonic flutes, horns, and piano. I play the piano. Yeah, just the hip hop drums.
I think we should release Lunar Sky to the peoples.
As a single?
Yeah.
You want a single?
Oh, you're all
we
hearing
can do it.
You're all hearing it.
I feel like now that we're talking about it,
We can do Lunar Sky as a single.
Hell yeah, we're hyping the shit out of this. Let's make it happen.
Lunar Sky is our baby. Like straight up, man.
That one we worked
Release
on
it to the world.
Because
when
I made that song, I didn't really think about adding vocals because I wasn't just going to release an album of instrumentals. But then I remembered Victor knows how to rap. And I haven't talked to him in a while. But I asked him, hey, man, you want to just do something?
Yeah.
Want to spit some lyrics on this, man?
I have this one, like, it's not really a beat, but it's a beat that you can probably rap onto. And yeah, that's how Ronin was formed.
That was the creation of what is Ronin now.
Yeah.
I love it. Man, I want to hear it. Like, you should release it to the world, man. The world needs to hear it.
I mean, it's already ready, so we can just,
That is the one song that we got. we worked on it. Well, he started working on it like 6 months, like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then he showed it to me. And
like
then,
just the instrumental, right? And then
like
you
I
came
worked
in.
on it. I worked on the lyrics.
And you spreaded this
collectively.
seasoning.
He did.
Like I would say it was like a few weeks that I actually had to like write something.
Okay.
But it was on and off. I didn't like rack my brain over it. And to be honest, like at that point, like I wasn't doing much. I was working a job and not really fucking doing anything, pursuing any passions or anything like that.
Life.
Yeah, and like apparently, apparently people like thought I knew how to rap, and
you rapped many a time. That's
He
like
did.
80% of your Snapchat, dog.
I heard him rap when when we first met in that one room we used to hang out in. He used to rap all the time.
And we had to practice.
That's all his snaps.
And like,
I see him all the time. Like, he's rapping.
Like I never thought I'd be good.
Those are
at
actually
it,
running
just
songs he's rapping.
Yeah, just like for me, it was because for me it was.
So then,
for me it was for fun. Like it was.
It's like no, Dad. I don't rap. I just
no.
I don't
I
rap.
make
I don't
music,
rap. But you rap all the time.
But I rap all the time.
He does.
But I'm just saying, like for me, it was more of like, well, this is something that I'm doing for fun. I'm not like pouring my heart and soul into these raps. But then when he gave me that beat, it was something that I was like, okay, so
you connected with it.
I'm the type of person that asks you, like, well, how are you feeling when you made this? Like, what were you thinking of when you made this beat? Because I think it's very imperative for the songwriter.
Dude, what I told you?
Yeah, dude, I wrote it down.
You wrote down what I told you?
Yeah, because I'm a
Wow.
fucking...
I honestly don't remember.
Because I'm a professional.
You're like,
dog.
oh shit, I said that?
Hell,
What did I say?
Usually when I make songs, it just kind of happens. I don't want to sound pretentious, but that's how it just happens.
Oh no,
I think that's how most writings and songs start. It was just like, it goes out and you're kind of like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I did that. Like,
Yeah, because I was just on my laptop. In one sitting, I made Lunar Sky, and then I just recorded the guitar. It has a guitar in it. For a guitar, and yeah, that's how the instrumental was made.
Let me show you what he sent. Pretty much, I guess, just sad vibes.
Pretty much, I guess, just sad vibes.
pretty much, I guess.
That's exactly what
any
you said.
punctuation there?
No, it was all like one. It was all one
Pretty much, I guess, sad vibes. All right.
Yeah.
That
Got
sounds
you.
about right.
Yeah.
That's very Eli.
So that's what I got. And
Put that on a shirt.
yeah.
Pretty much, I guess, just sad vibes.
Pretty much, I
It's
guess,
my
just sad
life.
vibes. Yeah. Fuck it, man.
But anyways,
That would be a
like,
dope shit,
I
actually.
wear the shit out of that.
That'd be a dope
Pretty much, I
shit.
guess, just sad vibes.
That's gonna be our
Fucking,
first merch.
There you go. Pretty much, I guess,
merch.
just-
Oh,
there you go. Done.
But yeah, I mean that's what he gave me to springboard off of, and I mean by now I hope that once we start talking about
Typical
it, you'll
Eli.
listen to it. 'Cause we're
Very
releasing this
inspirational.
fucking song. I feel like for me if it was about, I don't know, sad stuff, I guess, or I guess sad stuff. You know, like I immediately thought about like lost loves and shit like that, and I try to make some lyrics that sort of go along with that, and I kind of set the tone for the rest of the songs that we're gonna do.
Yeah, I did. That song was pretty much what made everything else.
That was the
Yeah.
anchor point.
Yeah, that
Going
was
off
the
of
anchor
there.
point. Yeah,
Gotcha.
and we really hope that like you guys enjoy it when you're listening to the song.
'Cause it definitely sounds not like anything else that's, hip hop and rap. It's not talking about, typical money and girls and drugs,
Mhm.
It's talking about just...
Well, not girls in that sense.
not
bitches.
girls in that...
Getting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like very, provocative or anything. It's just feeling
Gotcha.
how you feel about
Yeah.
someone.
And it's funny because when you were bringing up Nujabes, like, I brought in all the stuff that I got from like A$AP Rocky and Run the Jewels, as I said, like LP, Killer Mike, but he introduced me to Samurai Champloo, and I actually like binged that shit. I
Samurai
binged that.
Champloo's
I
great, man.
Kind of
barely
made him do it.
I barely saw that. It's the
He's-
first time that I've
I
seen
mean,
that show.
you're barely seeing a lot of shit from what we found out.
Yeah, every week
These
I need.
past
I think like
episodes.
No,
I
but-
think like every week I need to like say something. that I
We need to
discovered.
get a list from first episode to now of what has Invix seen and have you done it? Can we check it off yet?
Yeah, I watched Samurai Champloo a few months ago.
Samurai Champloo was a necessity for you to watch.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Like
it's a great show.
The
man.
characters were great. The storyline was amazing. Like the whole aesthetic of it was super fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Have you told them what we want to do live?
oh no, not yet.
You're hearing it here first.
Yeah.
We're going to dress up as Ronin with masks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The
we
whole,
want to
you
do
know,
the whole 9 yards.
the
We
whole
wanna
9
do the whole
yards.
thing.
Hey, own it, man. That's
This
your,
might be the
that's
only
your
video
show.
you see of
That's
our
your like,
faces.
Yeah, for real.
This will be the
Date
only
it,
video you see of
marked
our faces.
today or whenever this releases.
Yeah.
Well, unless you follow Shadow Valley, then you know what it looked
Yeah.
like.
Well,
But
then there you go.
then again, but either way, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a Corey Taylor interview before he's in Slipknot.
For real, yeah. we wanted to do a whole aesthetic to what the stuff we were making because we felt like it needed to be more about the music instead of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the music's very Japanese inspired. It has a lot of flute.
Gotcha.
The flute is the main point of it all, and then the symphonic parts of it just kind of back the flute up, and then the piano is also very the main point too.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I just start rapping and rapping.
And just put the raps all over it.
Yeah,
He does.
Rap that
Wrap
shit
it
up.
The lyrics he's made, man, they're just some of the best lyrics. I can't make lyrics like that.
Hey, I mean, that means at this point you guys have to.
Oh, we're
Lunar
gonna
Sky.
release Lunar Sky.
Lunar Sky's
You guys
gonna come
gotta
out.
I
release
feel
it
like
now.
we're gonna
You
Definitely.
guys are hyping the shit out of it. I'm
Definitely.
hyped up. Y'all gotta release it. 'Cause
It's gonna come out before
it needs
the-
to be out there now.
It's gonna come out before New Year.
Hey.
before the New Year.
Before New Year.
Before the new year.
Before the New Year.
Now I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
Now you got
It's
me
gonna come out on Spotify and everything else.
Yeah.
Check them out. Check them out. Y'all need.
We
to
also
check
have
'em out.
a Facebook page too.
That's Ronin. That's RONIN. I did that backwards, so I hope it shows up.
It also
I
has,
think it made sense. I was
Yeah.
even watching. I'm like, I think you did it right.
and
Yeah.
also
I should be
it
looking down
also
here.
has
Damn it.
Japanese characters in there, which means duo.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what I saw the logo and I was kind of like, I'm not gonna look up kanji right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just means duo
Yeah.
because it's two of us.
And yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Like,
And how it just
started
makes
off-
so much sense.
The crazy part is, I really hope I don't say this out loud and it just like does not come to fruition. It is just the two of us, but I got a homie that I met, and he's a great lyricist. He's a great freestyle artist. Hopefully, he'll be able to hop on one of those tracks, because you know that there's that 47 Ronin type shit. The story, like some type of that. Like, 'cause for me, what I want to make it is a big collaboration.
Did you see that movie
Yes.
with
I have
Keanu
some.
Reeves?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yes.
Great ass movie.
Not because of Keanu Reeves, but also because of Keanu Reeves.
But that's what
Keanu Reeves, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what I mean. Like, I wanted to have like it's a collective of people, even though it's just starting out with the two of us. You know, like, hopefully he'll join in. If not, whatever. I can probably edit this part out. But our first single, we'll be releasing by the end of by New Year's.
By New Year's or before.
I feel like we should release it on New Year's.
On New Year's, I can make that happen.
Like-
That'd be great, man.
Mhm.
I can make that happen.
Start off
Yeah.
the new year
Yeah.
with a pop and bang.
2021.
Oh, man, let it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, should I do it on the last day of the year or January 1st?
Midnight.
Yeah. I
So
think
midnight of January
That might be
January
asking for
1st.
too much, but I
Yeah.
just say like,
Alright.
just midnight.
Yeah.
Bah, here's a
Alright.
release for you.
That'd be dope as fuck. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Midnight, hit play on your Spotify. Let's go.
Yeah.
That
Ronin.
That probably spiked the mic, and I shouldn't have done that, but it happened anyways.
It might have gotten red. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's getting red right now.
Oh shit!
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
We're good.
it's fine.
We'll
It
edit it
actually
down.
doesn't mess it up that bad. I
Yeah.
found out.
Damn it, that must be a very sensitive microphone.
It's. I mean, it has to catch all three of us.
That's true. You're right. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's as sensitive as it needs to be.
It's okay, baby.
But I fucked it up because
It's
I did
okay,
that.
baby.
It is
Sorry.
great at
He really
ASMR.
did
I'll
rub
just-
it.
He
I was just
touched
trying to-
it a few times. He fondled
I didn't
it.
touch it. I was just trying to see how much time we were. To be honest with
How
you.
long are usually these podcasts?
Long enough.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yes.
You still wanna talk about,
We're at an
um,
hour already.
Yeah, but
We got an hour already?
We're at an hour already, but keep in mind, like 30, maybe 20 minutes was.
A bit more.
Oh, okay. Just
We've
making
been
sure.
recording
Okay.
before
just
the
making
clap
sure.
intro, and I don't
What
know when we
program
did-
are you using to edit this?
OBS.
That's
Oh,
cool.
to edit? I don't know. What are you using?
Oh,
to edit?
I just use a fucking video editor.
Oh,
I just,
there you go.
Okay.
I'm recording through OBS right now.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
we can
awesome.
edit all this part out, so it's all good.
Yeah, this will be
especially
the
because
stock filler.
I was going like this.
I was just curious, you know.
Oh no, you're good. I've been using OBS because I've had the least issues recording with OBS.
Oh, okay.
It does great with audio and mic as far as like even I can add overlays to it if I want, but I figure that'd be done in editing anyways.
Yeah.
Because I don't too much.
So
to go on.
so you're the editor, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Not to suck my own dick, but yeah. that's what that face was. Suck my own dick, but yeah, I'm editing
So
this bitch.
Star Wars, huh?
We'll get into that right now. Another round of beers.
Yeah.
Another round of
Wait, did you
beers.
need another beer?
I'm on number 4 now, so I guess
All right.
so.
Yeah, I finished mine, but I didn't want to like interrupt with "I need a beer."
Here you go, sir.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
they're cold now.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah. I didn't want to chime in with "I need another beer" while you guys were talking. I was like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
wait. I'm just gonna wait. It's okay. So
So,
we'll
yeah,
edit out and then
so-
we'll chime back in.
So
Right
I could,
now.
Oh,
like
wow.
right here.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they fell right.
Yeah, you did drop them.
I didn't drop them; they fell. There's a difference.
There's paper towels right there. if you
You're a
want it.
paper towel.
Not today.
Not today.
It's Sunday.
you're a
That's
towel.
that's Friday talk.
You're a towel.
Thank you, sir.
Do you need one too?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You're a towel.
I'm kind of a degenerate. I already wiped it on my pants.
Yeah, so did I.
So you're
Like,
not alone then.
completely.
Don't worry. Don't. Yeah, it's not gonna pick it up.
How's that? Are you kidding me?
Buette's on the other side. I have both of them.
That's my bag.
Is that a mini fridge?
That is a mini
Yeah.
fridge.
What's in there?
Her blue moon.
Oh.
Are you
All
in
right.
our
Pretty
blue
much-
moon?
Our blue moon.
Okay.
Different flavors too. Whoa, that was awesome. Did we
That
get
was
that?
like ostriches.
Leave that.
Yeah.
Leave that taken as a GIF.
Yeah.
We need a GIF. Just there's more than one flavor of blue moon.
Star Wars.
Okay.
So, anyways, Star Wars, Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
You said you're not watching Mandalorian.
No, but I know about the Star Wars universe.
That wasn't the question, but okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Okay,
I'm not attacking
If
you. I was
want-
just
look,
asking.
to whoever's watching, watch me open up this beer and just chill for the next 5 minutes. Here we go.
It's
You ready?
about to happen.
Let's
That's
go.
exactly what's gonna happen. Start it now. But Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, man.
I mean, at this point, I think by the time this releases, we're gonna be past spoilers. So I think we're okay to.
Yeah,
talk
because it
about
came out last Friday.
Yeah.
So,
And from this recording, I think we're good now. We can talk
Yeah.
about it by the time this actually airs.
mhm.
We'll be good.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be spoiler material. If you haven't seen it, shame on you.
You
Go
def-
watch it.
Definitely gotta watch it, man.
Actually, this is your warning right now. If you haven't, go catch up and then come back in here and we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about it.
I'm gonna put the timestamp of where to come back to if you don't want any spoilers, right?
For
about
potential
here.
spoilers, but I feel like you should have
Right
seen it
about-
by now.
Just click it here.
Yeah,
Right,
it's been
you
a
won't
couple
be able to
days,
click.
so
Yeah. It'd be like a week by the time this airs, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
pretty
much
much it. So
yeah.
you've had
Yeah, 2
time.
weeks.
You've had time, especially for Mandalorian. So, are we going to talk about what just happened or the series as a whole?
that's up to you, man. I mean, I know a lot of Star Wars stuff. We can go.
Oh man,
We
see,
can
this
go.
might be more than 5 minutes, Vic.
Yeah.
But we'll try and cover the basics. We'll try and just cover up to now because
Okay.
we could be here all day. That'll be another. We can have a Star Wars cast if we want.
can have a
But
Star
we'll
Wars
come back
cast,
to that.
yeah.
We'll come back to that. But Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, man.
My man's alive. I knew he was alive. That was canon. That was canon in one of the books when they talked about it after when he got thrown into the Sarlacc.
Yeah.
That he actually did survive. He came out hurt to hell.
It was Legends at first, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was
and
Legends first.
That was that. And of course, people like in the movies. If you're just movies, you didn't
Mhm.
know. You're like, oh well, he's dead.
Mhm.
But if you've been following on the side, he actually did survive, and that was canon. That he actually did make it out alive.
Crazy, because he got swallowed.
Yes.
He got swallowed whole.
And then he pretty much he Boba Fetted his way out of the Sarlacc
He did.
pit, and that's what was amazing. But he was hurt to shit. That's why when you
Yeah.
see him, he's
all scarred up and everything.
scarred and hurt because that almost killed him. He almost
Yeah.
didn't come out alive, but he did. But of course, I mean, he got jacked of his armor and everything, and he's
Yeah,
been surviving.
I wonder where his armor went. Like, I wonder how they got
if
hold of
I,
it.
yeah, I don't remember reading how he even lost his armor. If that was even a
Yeah.
thing, but if I had to take a guess, what was it? The who had it? The fucking
The,
Jabba's.
yeah.
They had it, right? They
I
had
think
his
so,
armor.
yeah.
So if I had to guess, that was on Tatooine. So if the theory I'm coming up with is he got out, he obviously was damaged. He probably couldn't do much about it.
Yeah.
Jawas came, ripped him of all the shit because that's all they do is they're scavengers.
Yeah.
and he just had to fend for himself because that's where that other guy, I forgot his name, the deputy of that other town.
Oh yeah, that village, right?
He bought it off of them.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, yeah, he's just been surviving this whole time without it. But he can't go. He can't storm the Jawas. I mean, because they're in a fortified moving vehicle. What are they gonna do? He can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
So that's why he was stalking Mando, because he knows, I know what this guy's up to. He's strict to the code. So when he saw that he got it, but at least he wasn't being a dick about it. He wanted to make a fair trade. Boba was, he's like that vigilante.
Because he understood the Mandalorian code.
Yes, he's not as...
Like, he didn't threaten him, hey, I want my armor, you know?
He's like, I'm willing to help. Like, obviously he was threatening when he had, what's-her-face, pointing at...
A little bit. I think that was just more a scare tactic than anything.
Yeah, because I don't think he would have done it. Yeah. He wouldn't have had to do it. It would have just been like, look, I'm not alone. We got a sniper here. I just want my armor. But his deal was, that's the cliffhanger right now, was the child would be kept alive.
So they're gonna fucking fight
and now
the
it's
Empire,
not in
man.
and then it's not in his hands.
First Order.
It's the First Order now. Well, they called it the Empire, but I don't think he knows it's the First Order.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows because it's like a couple
it's
years
before. Well, I mean,
it's a couple years after Episode 6.
It has to be, right?
Yeah, it's between 6 and 7. So I don't know really. It might still be the Emperor.
And I want to know with what Baby Yoda or Grogu, depending where you want to address him at this point. People still want to say, "No, it's Baby Yoda," but whatever, right?
Still don't know what species he is, but
right. I don't think they ever will.
Yeah,
but I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay if they don't.
Yeah, I mean, we've been fine with just Yoda. So.
Yeah, Yoda being Yoda, but now we know there's more than one. So
there was always more than one,
but we've only ever seen Yoda. And
no, we've seen the girl in Episode 1.
Yes, but you don't hear anything about it.
That's true.
Unless you dug into it.
Yeah, unless you like read the books and comics.
Yeah, then you knew she existed, but then you don't see her anymore. So that's been a theory in itself.
That's right, because he's been around since then.
The timeline would make sense.
Grogu has been around since even episode before the Clone Wars.
He survived.
Maybe Yoda got it on.
He survived Anakin.
He did. He
survived what should have been his death.
Maybe Yoda got it on.
Someone called him and said, "Stay home from school today," and he did. And look where he is now, back with the Empire.
He's even more screwed.
Yes, he's in a far worse situation. But I mean, I think it's interesting as well is that he actually made communication on the.
He did. I wonder who that was with.
Yes,
it could be Luke.
Me and Cynthia were talking about.
It could be Cal Kestis. Yes. It could be Mace Windu if he's alive.
If Mace is alive, but that's what I'm like. Wouldn't it just be bittersweet irony if it is Ahsoka? She's like, no, just take him to the Seeing Stone, and then he goes up there and then just and she's like, son of a bitch.
I guess I'm the only one who's gonna do this, you know.
Fine, I'll go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna complain the whole time, but I'm gonna go.
I feel like that might be the case.
She's just gonna show up like, fine, I heard him. It's like, so you wasted both our time.
But imagine we see a young Luke just show up.
If it is Luke. That's what I'm curious, because that's what me and Cynthia were talking about. She was like, so, but wait, he made communication. I was like, yeah. Someone reached out. He reached out to someone, so now they're attuned to him. Now they can find him.
Also, Cal Kestis is he can see the future. Yeah. And slow time and stuff, too.
It'd be awesome if they brought in someone that we haven't seen.
Because
I know Ahsoka we've seen, but unless you've seen the Clone
Wars,
they
used that actor for the game. He played Joker in the Gotham show.
Right. I forget his name.
Too.
But it was great for.
That'd be pretty cool if he came into like flesh.
And that's how they kind of
tied
everything in.
That'd be pretty cool because he was around during Order 66 too.
Yeah, that was the big focus of that game.
Yeah,
like you're pretty much trying to outrun them.
That game made me emotional. I'm not even gonna lie. That game made me very emotional. When they shot that whole scene with his master.
Fallen Order.
That's
a great game if you haven't played it, which I'm sure you have if we're talking about Star Wars.
It's a great game. But yeah, it could be anyone, really.
That's what I want to see. That's a big cliffhanger. Now Boba's with him, and they're going to go take on Order 66. And
damn.
Oh.
When Boba came out with his armor, I was like...
And he just knew how to use it. Like, the deputy had it, but he didn't know. He knew the basic function.
The step and the missile shot
from his knees. I'm like, that's been a thing he's had, but no. I was geeking. I was geeking out so much when I saw Boba. I'm like, he's just gonna. Well, he fucked everyone up.
He did, man. That club, the way he left the.
He is a well-trained mercenary for a fucking reason. He was a threat that I don't think was really shown in the movies.
Yeah,
like you just knew he was intimidating.
He was just in the background,
and you knew like, oh, he's like this big mercenary. He's a big hunter.
Yeah, he was.
What's the
big deal? He was a legendary hunter.
What made him legendary? That That's what made him a legend.
That's why people in the village, when they wore the armor, they kind of backed off.
They feared him because they knew, oh, that's a certain person's armor. Like, it's not just any Mandalorian; it's Boba Fett.
Yeah,
and especially when he refers to his dad Jango, it's like, his legacy's been around for quite some time.
Yeah,
he's someone to not.
And
be
when he showed
with.
like the line of the armor was crazy.
I thought that was cool. That was like that was neat little lore that he broke down the line and showed.
I wonder who all those other people were. How old was that armor?
I mean, he said he fought in the Civil War. Django did.
Yeah.
So it's like it had to have come from someone, and I think that's
probably even before Episode 1, or between Episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, because they talk about the Mandalorian, the Civil War, and everything like that, and that's before all that, and I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully, we get something out of that, especially if this show has shown anything. It's that fans definitely are interested in Star Wars. Based off what's happened from the main movies.
I'm going to be real. This whole Mandalorian show is the most Star Wars I've seen in the sequel trilogy.
Yes. I completely agree, because
it wasn't Disney-fied.
You're right. But...
That's another...
The main movies, especially the last trilogy, gets so much flack that it was... not enough fandom. It was too much fandom. And then it wasn't enough again because fans couldn't make up. We want to go back to what the story was. And then, no, you're changing the story too much. Like, oh, well, now you're back to where it is. No, then that's what they fucked up. That's what they talk about when they say Disney-fied. Because they're like, well, Disney ruined it. It's like, well, no, they were kind of listening to what you guys were saying, but y'all couldn't make up your mind. And here's where we're at. And I think it's an underrated opinion that The Last Jedi is actually a decent movie.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. I'm not saying it's the greatest Star Wars movie, but it's what we got.
I like the Force Awakens most than
Force Awakens was good, and I think you can see where the movies
because
were
Force
influenced.
Awakens they were like barely making anything happen.
Yeah, especially where Star Wars was going.
Yeah, because that was just you didn't really know what was happening. Mm-hmm. You just knew there was Rey and you knew there was Kylo Ren.
Because we had 4, 5, and 6, and then we went to 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So as far as Star Wars movies that actually continued that. This was that.
I don't even think the prequels got as much flack than the new sequels had.
The prequels got some pretty bad shit.
Yeah. But I don't think as bad as, like, it didn't divide the whole Star Wars fandom as much as it did with the new sequels.
I think it's because we're at the time that's relevant. It's
and also the internet wasn't as big back then either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You heard about it now when the internet became big, and that these weren't a thing. The the new trilogy wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But now that the new trilogy is a thing and the internet's a bigger thing, that's why you're hearing about it. I feel they're probably tied for both being bad.
Yeah.
In their own regards. Different regards.
Now, Obi-Wan show.
I'm looking forward to Obi-Wan.
I'm going to cry, probably.
Yeah.
I'm more than likely going to cry
when
I see that show.
I'm looking forward to what Disney can do with it. Because if Mando has shown anything, they have potential.
They can do so much with Obi-Wan, man. They can show, because Obi-Wan, at that point, he is very mentally just messed up because he saw Order 66. He saw his he saw Anakin burning alive, and had to fight him. See him go to the dark side,
and he had to live with the fact that he became one of the most powerful Sith to exist.
Yeah, Anakin lost 80% of his power when he got his limbs cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Because Anakin would have been literally the strongest Force user ever.
Yeah, I've seen a breakdown of what Vader is, and it's the fact that he has to use some of the Force to actually function.
Yeah, because
the suit helps him out.
He's in pain constantly, so that he uses the dark side to get, to where
it's like a cycle, but he's still not what he could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still a threat nonetheless, and he's an imposing force, and I think that's...
But man, if he had his limbs... Because the way I see Anakin, I see him as Broly. From Dragon Ball Z.
He could be.
He's pretty much the exact same thing as Broly. He was born with these high Saiyan power, high midichlorians. Just endless power.
And he was supposed to be the chosen one.
He was.
But he lost when he figured out he didn't have the high ground. And
he lost the high ground.
He lost the high ground and he lost his limbs.
He tried to do what Obi-Wan did to Darth Maul, man.
But he's not Obi-Wan.
He's not Obi-Wan.
That's the fact. That's why Obi-Wan's like, kid, I got you. Who do you think trained you?
Don't try it. That's why he says don't try it.
Yeah, he's like, I know what you're gonna do. I'm the one who did it. And he did it. And then he lost limbs. He's like, I told you.
I warned you, bro.
I warned you, man. You're too far gone, man. You are cut off.
The dark side made him ignorant, man.
Well, you have Palpatine to thank for that.
It's a pretty heartbreaking story because then Hayden Christensen got a lot of shit for how he acted, but Anakin's a really complex character. I think he played Anakin fairly well because
he played him to his greatest strengths, and that was great.
Yeah, because there was some points where they showed Anakin, as his normal self, but then it shows him confused and like, the fuck do I do?
Mm-hmm. And you can see where, like, especially if did you ever watch the Clone Wars show?
I seen some of it. And then I saw the last season because I mean,
oh yeah,
it was amazing, dude.
Exactly, but then you see the transition there as well, especially where Ahsoka sees it happen.
Yeah, in episode 3, where she comes in, the movie cuts off.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's great is, like, Clone Wars kind of answers some of that too. Is like, well, that means he had an apprentice this whole time.
Yeah, and then
but she was like, I'm not going to be tempted because she saw where Anakin was going, and I thought that was a great development. Is That was his biggest plan, was to have an apprentice this whole time, and that's what Ahsoka was going to be. But she was like, no, I'm not going to fall where you did.
Yeah.
And that's why she's seeing her in Mandalorian's like, so this is okay.
She's a great Jedi.
Uh-huh. Especially when she approached Grogu.
They're not making it canon yet. But she's a great Jedi.
Yes.
There's no denying that she is.
She really is. She's an underappreciated Jedi, I feel. And I'm glad she's getting more representation. In the community, especially through shows like this, and I think they're talking about giving her standalone, right? Like a standalone show, and I think that's great too. Especially if that's what we saw. I'm like, yeah, I would like more of this, please. Like, I would watch the shit out of this.
Yeah, I would definitely watch the shit out of it. Man, can't wait till next Friday for the new Mandalorian episode.
Yes, hopefully y'all see it by then.
Did you hear about them trying to make a trilogy of the Old Republic?
Yes, they've been talking about that for a minute though.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of not getting my hopes up anymore.
Yeah, me neither. But I just want to see Darth Revan, man.
Oh, Revan's like
he's Revan.
He's Revan.
Revan.
Especially the fact that I don't know if it'll actually happen, but they want Keanu to be Revan.
They do.
If that comes through,
I don't know what I would do, dude. I would just lose it, probably.
I would play Knights of the Old Republic again.
Yeah, I'd play the show.
I'll play again. All again. All of it again.
Yeah, especially knowing, like, I'm going to play
There was rumors about a quarter 3, too, but that never happened either.
Yeah, I think that got scrapped entirely.
Yeah, when Disney got Lucasfilm.
Exactly. That got scrapped entirely.
That Bounty Hunter game, the
that got
1313?
Yes, 1313.
Yeah.
That got scrapped.
You were going to play as Boba.
Yeah, and they're gonna bring more like hunters, like more.
Yeah.
I think that's why they scrapped it entirely, because they were gonna do Mandalorian.
Maybe, yeah.
And 1313 would have kind of killed that, because it would have been Boba, but then it's like, well, the show kind of shows where Boba is and where he's been. I would have just fucked up the whole thing. So I can kind of see.
But that idea for the game was going to come out a long time ago.
Yeah. Exactly, but I think that's why they scrapped it, because I think they already had ideas. And
maybe
like, you know what?
Totally fucking gutted. Like,
once
they were going to make The Force Unleashed 3 too.
Yes, and that got scrapped because I think that's not canon.
It's not anymore.
They already said
not anymore. It's not.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's kind of disappointing. I mean,
Force Unleashed was
great. Yes,
overly OP. He fought. First of all,
that's why he's not canon.
First of all, he beat Darth Vader, who was the chosen one.
And that's why it's not canon.
And then you beat the Emperor.
I mean, Force Unleashed 1 was great. 2, I don't know. 2 wasn't that. I don't think it was great as 1.
Like, gameplay was alright because he had 2 sabers.
Yeah.
But the story was alright.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the first one was great. Yeah. The first one was great.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what was great about it was, you took on Vader. Like, holy shit. And you were the apprentice. And
he just happened to be massively good with the Force.
I was like, you were what Anakin was trying to be, but you're just a natural at it. And you have all your limbs.
Yeah, pretty much. He was.
You have what Anakin doesn't have.
Starkiller was pretty much Anakin at full potential.
And I think that's why they just.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense why they did.
I mean, granted, if you see where the series is now, it makes sense in a creative perspective. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I still would have loved to see where this was going. Like,
I mean,
you could have just given it to me as a standalone game, and I'd have played the shit out of it.
Yeah, I would definitely have played Force Unleashed 3.
Yeah, like if I had still played Force Unleashed 3, I'd have played it and been like, okay, this isn't in the main line. But
and there was also DLC for 2 also.
There was.
Yeah, and when you fight Leia.
And
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so I'm like, this. I think it was one of those games where it was so good and it was so far out there in a Star Wars
It was just
story
so good.
that they were like, we're not gonna make this.
Yeah.
This is literally a spin-off of a
like,
series that doesn't exist.
Leia got force training, right?
She did, but to not like Luke.
No, because she left. She left. She decided not to go through with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Luke did train her.
But
for
she
a little
does
bit.
know. That's why when people want to talk shit, like she forced herself back onto the ship.
That shit was hilarious.
It was hilarious, but I'm kind of like, it's not far-fetched because she does know how to use the Force. She is attuned to it, but she backed out of it. She didn't want to go through it, but she does know about it.
I laughed at
Exactly.
the
Just like Luke, they're fucking siblings. Of course she's going to have it.
Yeah, and they're sons of Anakin Skywalker. I mean,
yes.
not sons, but like,
the
offspring.
Yes.
Offspring of Anakin Skywalker.
Like, of course they're attuned to the fucking Force.
Anakin nutted. Luke and Leia came out.
But yeah, so
that is such a thing you would say.
I just thought it was the way they showed it in the movie.
It's fucking hilarious.
The way they showed it in the movie was like, it was very like, come on, really?
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna show she knows the Force? Like, it could have been a little better.
That shit was
a little
funny,
well
dude.
implemented, and it would have been so.
It was
much
so
more
cheesy.
It was super cheesy for a Star Wars movie. Like,
which one?
The
Last Jedi.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
No, that wasn't the Last Jedi. It was not Force Awakens.
It wasn't. It was the Last Jedi, dude.
Was it?
Yeah.
She gets blown up?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was in the beginning.
It was the Last Jedi, yeah.
A lot of people died in that damn movie.
More!
I've seen 1 through 6. I haven't seen the spin-offs. I played the hell out of Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that game
you should
is
play Fallen Order.
Yeah,
you should play Fallen Order. I have it. I can add it to you.
Add it to the list.
Hey.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That's actually really great stuff.
Well, yeah,
Dude,
I've
it's
been
so
playing
good.
Bloodborne. I want to start playing Sekiro.
I can always go back to
Sekiro.
Bloodborne's like a go-to.
Sekiro, you're gonna have a challenge.
That's
dude.
an album I can always listen to. Is Bloodborne, like the original, and there's a couple like artists that cover songs from it, and they're
Oh really?
Whoa, that's
like
cool.
rock orchestra, and
Yeah.
it's
Like they minimalize it.
Yeah. Oh, I'll show them to you. It's That's always on my playlist. I can just listen to the hell of it. Dark Souls 2. I'm like, that's just music you can put like a rock.
The Skyrim music too, man.
Skyrim
yes.
too. That's all Cynthia listens to at work. Like when she's in between like halls and shit, she'll have like Skyrim ambience music. Like she'll go on like a 10-hour ambient music.
That shit, man. Like,
yeah, like I can listen to the shit out of it.
The listeners have heard me talk a lot about Skyrim and Oblivion.
I spent so many hours in those games. So many hours on those games.
Yeah, man.
Great game.
Man. So then, like,
Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out too.
Hell yeah.
Someday,
but it's going to. Yeah.
So then
At least they announced it.
Yeah.
Since we started talking about it, like, what are your favorite games, like, of all time?
Besides Fallen Order.
Okay.
Because that's already been said.
When I was a wee lad,
When
I had a
was young
PS2.
warthog.
One of the first games I played was Sly Cooper. I was really a big fan of Sly Cooper 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
And I played a lot of the Episode 3 game when it came on the PS2. I played that game a lot too.
Oh right.
And then I played a lot of. I played Knights of the Old Republic. And then Assassin's Creed came out in 2008, and I'm an Assassin's Creed fanboy. I really am. For Ezio, I'm a big Ezio fanboy.
Have you played Valhalla?
I have it right now.
How is it? I haven't played it as well.
I think it's better than Odyssey.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't get... The Odyssey was good, but... Thing is, I kind of fell off with the Assassin's Creed series.
Out of the newer ones, I liked Origins the most, because that game felt more like an Assassin's Creed game.
Okay.
Because
I don't know where exactly I fell. I think it was Syndicate, maybe, where I was just kind of like...
Syndicate was But
Yeah.
like the DLC was cool, because you could play as Jack the Ripper.
Oh, okay, that's pretty dope.
But Unity is pretty garbage.
Unity?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I would jump walls and I would die in the wall. It had a lot of glitches. Like it was not a good
I actually
game.
heard a whole bunch about Unity, and I think that's when I was like, this series is... What the hell? Like, I think the last Assassin's Creed game I fully played and enjoyed the shit out of was Black Flag.
That's a good game.
Yeah, like,
Good game.
why don't you want to be a pirate?
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed 1 through 4, they're all great.
Yeah, like, those are the ones... That's where I was, like, in love with the series, and then, like, after that, I never fully beat a game. I was just like, this is... Not the same. It relied too much on, what is it, Assassin's Creed should have ended when Desmond died in 3. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Assassin's Creed 3.
No, just kidding.
Oh, come on.
Dude, we're like a decade away.
Yeah. I'm like, if you haven't, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Desmond dies in 3. That's where they should have ended the game because he was the main character the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you can kind of tell. I feel like it.
Yeah.
4 did its own thing.
4 was pretty cool because they used Desmond's DNA.
Yeah, and it was different.
And they've been using Desmond's DNA this whole time.
Yeah, but then it's like it's been the same gag ever since.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, can we do? You got nothing else like that? That's your story.
Like what I thought was gonna happen after 3, they were gonna make a modern day Assassin's Creed game.
That's definitely where I thought it was gonna go. But then Valhalla got announced. I'm like, whoa, hold on, what?
Honestly, I was excited because I love Vikings.
I love Vikings too, but then I hear Assassin's Creed, and I'm like,
it's actually pretty cool.
Is it?
It's pretty cool because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay,
I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me.
It's
because I do love Vikings. And I'm like, I'd play the shit out of it.
If you like Vikings and you like the Viking lore and Norse mythology, you'll like it.
Okay, all right, then that's
like in the gameplay.
Makes me feel better about it.
The gameplay is the gameplay feels funner than Odyssey. Like you don't feel as OP. Because in Odyssey, you were kind of OP as fuck.
Yeah, if you can get like the right skills, you're like,
yeah, because in the new one, in Valhalla...
There's a lot of collecting, though, in Odyssey, though. Like, if you're trying to go for, like, everything, it was
in Valhalla,
goddamn ridiculous.
There is, like, they have a set amount of armor that you can get.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it's very limited.
Well, then I definitely have to check out Valhalla. Because I love it.
I think it's pretty cool.
Because I'm like, I don't know how they were going to approach it, and I didn't want to be a stealthy Viking. I want to throw an axe and.
Well, you have the option too. You have the option.
Oh, stealth is an option. You say.
Stealth is an option.
Stealth is optional. Well, let me grab my hatchet.
Yeah, stealth is an option, but yeah, you can be a Viking assassin, but you can also be a fucking Viking.
Yeah, if I'm a Viking, I'm storming a game.
Also, it's kind of weird because in Assassin's Creed, you're an assassin.
That's why I was kind of like, Vikings aren't really assassins.
But the way you just gotta play the story, honestly.
Okay.
You just gotta play
One thing that's so is I saw a gift today that you can apparently pick up cats and pet them, and
that is true.
Really want to play it.
That's the only.
That's the selling point for me now. I want to pet the dog.
This isn't really a spoiler because they announced it when the game came out, but you can ride a wolf instead of a horse. It's not a spoiler.
Bro, I need it now.
Dude, like
add it to cart, sell it.
Yeah, dude, like I saw that when I pre-ordered it. It says you get a wolf as a fucking
like a mount.
Yeah. Oh. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to ride a wolf
into battle.
That's just fucking metal as hell.
Especially like stealth is an option. It really wasn't. I'm not gonna. I'm riding a wolf into battle and we're finishing the mission. But you get more credit for stealth. I don't care.
The upgrade tree is crazy. You can go hunter, assassin, or fucking full warrior, Viking.
Oh, you can go big boy.
You can go big boy.
That's all my Dark Souls demon souls.
What I do is I mix the assassin and the big boy together.
Very minimal magic.
That's what I do. I mix the assassin and big boy.
Nice. Well, I definitely gotta check it out then, because
it's a fun game. That's very fun game.
All right. So I mean, from that, we've kind of talked about what our favorite games are. Obviously, Vic.
What? Street Fighter, Halo, all that stuff.
I like Halo too.
I play a lot. I mean, I play the shit out of Destiny 2 right now. Mm-hmm. We're currently almost done with Deepstone Crypt. That's the newest raid right now. Which is...
They still have shit for that game?
It Beyond Light. Beyond Light just came out we're in week 4 going into week 5 now for Beyond Light.
Damn, that game has been out for a while.
Dude, they've been making a lot of content for that shit.
Yeah. In fact, that's why they haven't done Destiny 3 is because Destiny 2...
There's just so much going on.
There's so much going on story-wise, and I like Bungie's approach to that is they're saying they could have... They were at the point this year where they could have done Destiny 3, because it's like Destiny 1 had 2-3 year lifespan, and then Destiny 2. Well, people were wondering, so what, is Destiny 3 going to come out? No. They straight up said they have enough story and content for Destiny 2 that they think... It doesn't justify the 3 yet. Like, we still have so much... And really, I love the lore. I'm really into the lore of it. I can break it down. In fact, I get asked a lot, who the hell is this? What's the break? And I could just... ramble on as to what the significance of this one thing we just found is. I'm like, oh, that's a big deal. Like, it's interesting. But
there's so much I've heard a lot of cool things about it. I just never played it.
It's
actually, you know what? I played the demo, but that's it.
Well, now it's free. Like the base game is free.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you'd have to pay for like the expansion.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play
it's on
Beyond.
PlayStation?
Yep,
Yeah,
it's on
dude.
PlayStation, PC, Xbox for free, and it's like Vic said, the base game. Everything up to Forsaken, I think.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big chunk of content.
Yes, that in and of itself, everything up to Forsaken is free, and that's a decent amount to tie over if you want to commit to the purchase of getting the expansion. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, Beyond Light, it's worth it because Beyond Light, there's so much. The new raid that's in it, I'm gonna tell you right now, from all the raids I've played in this game, this is the most aesthetically pleasing, and it's beautiful, and the soundtrack is. Oh.
Did they upgrade the graphics for the PS5?
Well, it's great on PS5. It actually performs a lot faster, but that update actually comes on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, which is they're calling it the next gen update for Xbox X and Series S and the PS5, where it'll finally be full 4K, 60 FPS, and it'll be fully functional. But right now, even from PS4 to PS5, I'm playing on PS5. There's a noticeable difference. Still looks beautiful. The load times are significantly faster.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, granted, PC, they're always going to be faster. But
PC, you can pretty much uncap everything.
Yeah, and you could change everything on the fly. On
Yeah.
PS4, if I was trying to do that in Crucible, I'd get killed at least once or twice before I can actually change something on my inventory. But now, on PS5, if I do that, I'm like, I could get a loadout changed out pretty quick and jump back into battle and okay, we're good. Yeah. And it's the load times are practically not even there now, and that's what I love about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a big difference, and I love it. I didn't think it was going to be that big, but I'm like, I played this game a lot that I'm seeing these differences.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is noticeably different.
Did you play the Marvel Spider-Man?
Yes. I haven't played Miles Morales, though. Only because
I have it.
I made the choice, because I dropped so much on a PS5, that I was like, I went with Demon Souls. And I love Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Hard as shit.
I saw the gameplay for that game. Man, that shit looks awesome.
It really is. It's as difficult as everyone remembers.
Yeah.
But it's...
the first Dark Souls game.
Exactly. I'm like, this is the granddaddy of them all. This is where it all branched off of.
They pretty much remade it from scratch.
And you can definitely see that. You can see the attention to detail. It's interesting, though, because there is some, newer bugs with it. Newer clips and glitches that you're like, this wasn't here.
Really?
And it's the fact that because when they upscale certain things translate differently.
Yeah.
But they actually have answers to that as well. And it's interesting. There is a new area. There's a new door in the first world when you get to 1-3 where there's a secret door that was not there in the first Demon Souls.
Really?
And for a while, people didn't know how to open it because it just said it was locked.
Really?
So they thought, I need a key. They were going through the whole fucking game trying to figure out, how do I get this key? That community, let me tell you, they figured it out, and it's very convoluted. In fact, they actually got it down to, if you want to get it open, it's going to take you 2 runs, and you're going to have to go through pure white tendency in each world to find, in total, 12 coins in each run. And there's these, they're called rusted coins or something like that, or like gold coins. It's a coin that wasn't in the first game. And once you find them, like I said, you need 26 or 24, you need 26, I think, of these coins. You get 13 on each run, that's right, or something like that.
Yeah.
And the only way you can get them is you get a certain, once you get that many coins, you trade them to the crow.
What?
She drops this key.
For that door.
That she never had before. You go to the door, and it's this new little area, and that's where you get the Penetrator's armor. An armor set that wasn't available in the original Demon Souls. Penetrator, for you who don't know, is a well-known boss. He's the boss of 1-3 at that Archstone. He's badass armor set.
Yeah.
Has a big-ass stabbing sword.
Yeah. Dude.
He was a tough fight if you didn't unlock the help that you can get. I won't spoil that, but there's help you can get if you want to make the fight way easier. But if you fight him on your own, he's a big boy, and he'll mess you up because he's big, but he's fast, and he penetrates you like his name does. He literally just impales you and takes over. If you're not prepared, you'll die. But
lube.
His armor set, no lube, just raw. But if his armor set in the original game wasn't available, like everyone else's, you could get more or less from either killing somebody, doing something. Mm-hmm. His armor set was the only one that wasn't available.
Crazy.
For whatever reason. But now they did it, and it's through this Easter egg. You have to get this key.
You have to go through the whole quest.
Yeah, twice. Twice. Because you have to visit the worlds, and they're at different parts of the worlds. And I'm not going to break it down here, but because it's...
Did you do it?
No.
Are you going to?
I don't know if I'm going to go through it because I don't know if it's a trophy. I honestly didn't look at all the trophies.
It might be a secret trophy.
It might be to get that key and get all the coins, but I'm like, I don't know.
Are you going to platinum it?
I don't know if I didn't platinum Dark Souls 3 because it became...
That game is just...
Yeah, I tried Dark Souls 3, then I realized exactly what it took where it came to invading people.
Yeah. To
get certain items because you had to get so much, and that was...
It's a lot of grinding.
It's so much grinding.
It's a lot of grinding.
It's not always a pleasant experience when you invade people.
Yeah.
Because, no. No. Sometimes it went smooth. Sometimes I was ambushed.
Yeah.
I go to someone's world and there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Well, I guess I'm dead now.
So, how are we doing this, gents? Who's first? And then they all rush me and I'm like, ah.
Yeah. How are we doing this, gents?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. That's why I'm like, depending. I haven't seen the full trophy layout, so I don't know if I'm going to platinum it. Because I'm sure some of it does require invading to an extent. And that's where that game can get dicey.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, look, I just enjoy the aesthetics. I'll play through and get all the endings.
Yeah, like you just play the main story.
Yeah, that's all I really go through it. I'll fight some of the phantoms that invade, because that's doable.
Yeah.
You probably don't have an option.
Yeah.
That's happened to me.
I feel like if Dark Souls had like a new like game in the series, and it was like part of it was just the PvP, like I would join that.
Damn.
Like super like that.
Like if they made the PvP its own prominent thing aside from just invading someone.
Because I mean, I've talked about it before on the show, but I'm a huge PvP person. I can't play single player games that much anymore.
But like you've played Bloodborne, right? Like where you can invade someone.
Yeah.
And
I played Dark Souls 2. Well, not Dark Souls 2, but I played Dark Souls as well. So I know all about the invading and stuff like that. But if that could be made its own game, where it was all just you fighting somebody else that has their set of fucking weapons and all that shit, like I would be all over that shit because I'm huge into PvP and. That's the only reason I don't finish.
That's why I like
Souls
League a lot.
game. That's the only reason I don't finish Souls.
That's why I like League a lot because.
That's what that is.
And also because in League you have like a set amount of things you can do, and you have the same things you can buy as everybody else can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more uniform, right?
Yeah.
Like you can kind of anticipate and go off of that.
Yeah. You
but I
pretty
mean,
much...
Dark Souls series is almost the same thing. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, because you're all gonna find the same armor.
Yeah, but you can't go into a lobby and match up with people. You have to hang out at certain spots.
Yeah.
Because with League, with League you wait for a queue and then you just log.
You get into it.
Yeah. You get into the game and just wait and.
So what if? Hear me out here. Not saying this is a thing, but what if they did what GTA did? Where it's like you have the main story. Thing. Yeah, you have your own story, which is, let's say it's Dark Souls 4, and there's its whole thing. But then there's a whole separate online function of it.
I would play it.
Where it's its own... It's like the open world, but it's its own, solid entity. Like, you're not in this world now. You're in this world where everyone else is there, and you're all possibly a threat to each other.
Yeah.
Have you played Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes. Oh, with the multiplayer they introduced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine they made that of PvP.
That multiplayer is great. Yeah, because you could essentially go in class based on that if you really wanted to with the multiplayer. They implemented that really well.
That game is so good, man.
Yes, the way they did. If they did that with the multiplayer version of
Dark Souls,
imagine. But that's what I'm saying. Don't make it part of the main story.
I like anything.
Yeah. Make it its own thing.
Yeah, because they did make Legends its own thing.
So that's why I'm like, what if they did it you could play this and there's also the online portion, but you're in your own server with people and you're all just an equal threat to each other.
Yeah,
from software, you gotta do it.
Well, I know.
It'd be interesting.
For real. Because, honestly, for me, PvP is just where I get my fucking rocks off, for lack of a better word. Uh-huh. That's what fucking brings me joy when I'm playing.
I really like single-player games, man.
I can't get into it anymore.
I love it because it's just you and the story.
I can't get into it anymore.
That's honestly how I am with Destiny, too. I know there's PvP and there's the competitive part of it. And I honestly only do that at the bare minimum that I'm required to do.
When I play Call of Duty, I play the story first.
Okay, yeah, see...
Because I want to know what happens in the story.
Yes.
And then I go into the fucking...
Hell no, dude. All I do is play multiplayer now. It's crazy.
So why are we playing League then?
Because you never invite me, dog.
You're never online,
you're
bro.
Never like, yeah, you can text me. You can be like, yo, let's play some League. And
you gotta turn your offline to online.
Oh. I do that a lot in games. Do you guys do that in games?
Yes. I turn it off.
Do you go Ghost?
Yes.
I do
go
I
Ghost.
almost exclusively enter online in Ghost all the time, and I have to let like my clan members know, hey, I'm on, but let me know.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, like, let me know. Don't just send me an invite, because I'm not going to get it, because I'm usually appear offline.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, for me, it doesn't mean anything, but I feel like if I appear offline, like, less spammers will get to me.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, because what would happen was, I'm not saying spammers, it's just the fact that I get on and I'm wanting to play Demon's Souls, or I want to play another game.
Yeah.
That's not Destiny.
Yeah.
But I immediately get like 2 to 3 invitations being like, hey, come join Destiny. And I'm like, but I had other plans right now.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what is it? I don't want to sound like a dick, but what is it that you're doing right now that I need to get on?
Yeah.
Like, do you actually need help with something, or are we just chilling in the tower for an hour, and then we're gonna do something? Hit me up after that hour. Then like, but don't you? No, I can figure my shit out on the spot. It's okay. I'll get everything I need at the time. I'm usually in and out of the tower.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I feel like it's not because I think I'm important or anything like that, but I feel like just putting yourself as a peer offline, it makes it so much easier to deal with people, especially when you add like a random person on the internet, and then they're like always inviting you like every time
hey, join.
you hop on.
Hey, you want to play? Hey, it's like, no.
And it's like, I added you because I thought you were chill, and obviously you're like one of the most neediest persons on my fucking
Yeah, and then that happens to like, I'd be getting on
I
just to
don't really
watch
add
something.
many people on PSN anymore.
No, definitely not on PSN.
No, I had a lot of people on PSN because I almost exclusively play on that. Almost.
On Xbox, I used to add a lot of people. I had a lot of people on Xbox.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on what you play, because like I said, I'm mostly playing
back then I used to play a lot
now.
of shooters, you know? I played Call of Duty and Halo and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that
fighting
happens
games.
to me.
Play a lot of fighting games online too, like Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
used to play Street Fighter a lot.
it
back in the
depends.
day.
It depends on what you play, because I feel like if you're playing fighting games, you find somebody that's really good that you can spar with.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then if it's
hone
a
your
shooting
skills.
game, like you find like a couple of people who you're like, this is my squad.
Yeah,
this
like
is what we're
you
doing.
can depend on them to not be shitty.
Like an experience I had like bad with like playing with someone that I was like, oh, okay, I'm cool with them.
Yeah.
And they invited me to the party, and this was years ago, like maybe a decade ago. Like this is when Arkham Asylum was a thing.
Oh shit.
That game was
And
so good though.
It was good, right? And that's what I'm getting at is I was playing it. It was the new thing, right? And I was playing on Xbox 360 at the time, and then this friend of mine
talking about these consoles makes me feel old.
I know, right? Because I'm like, this is pretty dated.
Yeah.
But like, I was just playing online.
Yeah.
And well, I had myself online, right? And I was playing Arkham Asylum. I was going through the story, and it was getting good. And then this guy sends me a request, like, "Hey, join the party." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Don't want to be rude," so I joined the party. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Hey," and then he adds me to another group, and there's like 10 other motherfuckers in that chat.
What the hell?
And everyone's doing different things.
Yeah.
Like I thought they were all in like the same game, but then I looked, and they're all doing different things.
They're just being social.
They're just being social. I'm kind of like,
can I put my game?
I only know one of you people, and it's the guy that brought me here.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of like, oh, okay. And then I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing Arkham Asylum. Like, oh, that's cool. And like, they just go back into their own conversations that I know nothing about. And I'm just like, the story's kind of good, and I want to hear it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
we're in my shit right
yeah,
now.
and it was getting good. So I did the right thing. I feel where I was just like, hey, I'm gonna dip out. I don't know if anyone heard me, obviously, because there's 10 other people talking at the same time. I leave the chat, and I'm like, all right, there's a cutscene going on, dialogue, and then invite again.
Yeah.
Same guy. And I'm just like, dude,
Why?
why? What are you guys doing that you want me? Then he invites me, like, hey, man, why'd you leave? I'm like, because I'm playing a game? Yeah, we're all playing games, too. Right. But why do I need to be... I'm not trying to be rude, but we're not doing the same game.
Yeah.
So how does this relate to each other right now? And we're not talking necessarily. Like, you guys might be talking. I'm like, I'm not trying to be antisocial, but I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm doing something.
Yeah, you just want to focus on what you're doing.
So I was like, hey, I'm going to get off. They're like, oh, okay, what are you going to get back on? I don't know. So I just left and put myself offline. I was like, that's when it started.
Yeah.
That's when I learned I should just do this more often.
It's a great exit to just not
Yeah.
like, I don't want to play Call of Duty Warzone right now. I don't want to play Overwatch. I don't want to play Apex Legends. I want to play Bloodborne, or I want to play Street Fighter and just rage and just be mad.
That's how I am with League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I want to play Demon's Souls and get mad at myself.
I don't want to play ARAM.
Yeah.
I want to play
I
Summer's
love playing
Rift
ARAM, dude.
so I can just get better.
I love playing ARAM. But man,
But
like,
I'll play ARAM every once in a while.
no, and it happens. Like I can't play Summoner's Rift anymore. It takes too long. It takes way too long, and that's the only gripe that I have with most MOBAs is that games take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes.
You're right, dude.
Like holy shit! Like at least I don't.
I've had some long ass fucking games in League.
Like at least I don't play Dota. Which I know, like, that shit can go on forever.
Fuck
At least
that
it's just
shit.
League of Legends, but, like, man, that's the only gripe I have. Like, that's why
Hey,
I
they're
like
making
playing
it mobile
ARAM.
now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's gonna be fucking dope, honestly.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm kind of curious.
You
how it's
know
gonna
why?
work out. Why?
India.
Really?
Dude, the Indian... Like, think about the Indian population in India, which is, like, 3 times more... than the U.S. in like half the space.
Okay.
And India has like really strict laws on some of the gaming stuff. Kind of like how China and like all those places were in the 90s.
Yeah, Korea.
It's like that. And like PCs haven't really exploded on there, but there's a lot of big talks about engineering stuff and like technology stuff there.
On the mobile front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start thinking about like PUBG and Fortnite and stuff like that. Those are on mobile. Those are huge.
And they were actually successful.
Huge. So I'm super excited. Like,
dude, I can't wait to get tilted on the go.
Dude, I'm
gonna get tilted on the go.
That should be the slogan.
I can be
get tilted on the go.
I can go and take the Browns to the Super Bowl. And like lose a game of League while I'm
or
at
the Browns could take you to the Super Bowl.
Playing ranked on League and blaming your team on the go.
On the go.
On the pooper.
Yeah.
On the pooper. Playing a game of League on the pooper.
Dude,
what a time to be alive.
Great.
That's why I made the song. What time to live and die.
Oh, I appreciate it more now.
Yeah, it's
come full circle.
It's pretty much a song about the future and the world and its state.
Yeah. Like I heard it and I was digging it, but I'm like I actually didn't hear it, so I have to like space out on it. I have to put on the big muffs and just
dude, for real.
zone
like,
out on it.
When I made that song, I kind of pictured Mad Max. Because, you know...
So post-apocalyptic?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
I made that song being in the future and how the state of the world is in.
I dig it. I really dig it. That is a new appreciation for that song now.
I can dive into like the song is hardcore if you want me to.
We'll say that for another cast. I feel.
All right,
yeah, definitely.
All right.
More than likely, we'd love to have you back again.
Hell yeah!
I mean, you're my buddy, so I can come whenever, bro.
That's like, man, if you want to come back, you just come back.
That's why I thought it was hilarious because I was like, now this is the 10 minutes where I don't get to say a thing. And I was like, this is great. I can chill. Like, I made funny faces towards the people.
Did you really?
Like, yeah, for like 10 minutes. I was just making faces.
Because it's like the segments where I try to talk about something that
we're talking about Star Wars, huh?
Yeah.
And then Vic's just kind of like, yeah, and I'm like, man, you're not making this. I feel like I'm bringing out a spider's web trying to explain something to you.
Yeah, it's like pretty much
come
how
on,
I
man.
feel, yeah. But I thought it was hilarious.
Appreciate my fan nerd theories, alright?
But I know, like, the funny thing is that I know about Star Wars and Star Wars lore. Like, I'm playing a fucking Twi'lek in a Star Wars 5th edition RPG.
Oh,
like,
so then you know, you just haven't seen Mandalorian. Is all.
I just haven't seen. No, I'm playing a female Twi'lek. Red.
Which game is this?
Red. It's a paper.
D&D.
Like, D&D.
Oh,
like
the one you told me about. Yeah, the one you told me about.
Yeah, it's
that's
an
right.
RPG, like a role playing game.
You're a Twi'lek?
Cool.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I'm a Twi'lek Jedi consular.
Huh.
That's fucking crazy.
And I have red skin and orange eyes, which is like the rarest fucking.
Well, yeah.
So,
how many?
So my whole story is that I was growing up between the Kyleth rebellion. I forgot Rolith, not Kyleth. Sorry, I'm fucking mixing shit up. but the Rolex Rebellion, which is pretty much when all of the Twi'leks were like, fuck you fucking Jawas, we're gonna fucking take over this bitch.
I didn't remember.
So let me get this straight. Whole time we're over here talking about Fallen Order, Order 66. We're talking about everything canon through the episodes and side story of Boba and Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But you knew all that going into this conversation.
Yeah.
But you had nothing to contribute.
Nothing.
Like, hold on. Your knowledge was actually pretty vast right there.
He knows more about the Twi'leks than I do.
I know. I was like, that's actually pretty deep information
Like,
and lore.
shit, I didn't know that.
But you literally had nothing to contribute to that conversation.
No.
How about you lead the conversation, goddammit? We'll follow it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's
dude,
like
they were,
subtle known like
just
information. You'd know more by looking it up and like into the lore and the stories.
Yeah.
Like, that's like obscure information.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's niche. You're like, you wouldn't know that unless. I'm like, so hold on, you knew all that.
Wait, so you're really big into Twi'leks, huh? Yeah, that makes sense because he's big into Twi'leks.
Well, I'm big into a lot of species, like Chewie's race.
Oh yeah,
the Wookiees.
Yeah,
they've been around for a while.
Yes,
a long while.
Well, yeah, but I chose Twi'lek because
their lifespan is 400 years. Did you know that?
Yes,
400 years.
Chewie would have outlived Solo. Regardless,
he's gonna outlive everybody.
Regardless of the situation outcome, Chewie was gonna live.
In the current sequels, he's like around maybe 150.
Right, he was young when, if you're going by when Han even found him.
Yeah,
like if you're going off of the Solo movie.
Yeah.
If you're going off of that, he was young in his race's time.
And then he was still around in Episode 3.
Mm-hmm. So he's been around quite some time, and he's still young at the end.
He's gonna outlive everybody.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna bury all. That's fucked up.
He's gonna bury all the Jedi.
He's burying the Last Jedi, and maybe some of the other races, just based off of.
Well, then again, there is Grogu, so who knows how many more of those are there?
That's true. You know what, Grogu.
And they live forever.
Yes,
Yoda was 900 when he died.
Yeah.
900.
That's fucking bullshit.
And what Grogu was 50, right?
He's 50 right now.
He's 50 right now.
He's 50 years old.
See, I had an argument with someone like that. One of my buddies that I was playing Destiny with, he was like, "Oh, Grogu, he's over here as being like 100 something," and we were all
he's 50.
Yeah, three of us immediately were like, "He's 50." Like, no, they said he's this. He's like 100.
They said he was 50.
I'm like, no, they literally said in the first episode, Target is approximately 50 years old.
Yeah.
So granted, even if he's not 50 exactly, they said approximately, which is more or less.
Yeah.
So he's either 50 or a little older, but he's not going to be too much older. And then, so they always say, he's in the youngest span of his species.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you? He's like, well, no, currently, where he is now. I'm like, how much time do you think has passed since the first episode? This has literally been a day-by-day thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm like, everything you see has been pretty much day by day, if not maybe a few days.
Or a couple,
in between
or a
each
week,
episode.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, at most. I'm like, we haven't even been a year.
Man, Mando has a lot of shit going on for day by day or a week.
Motherfucker, it is Star Wars the side quests. That's where we're at right now.
You know, you're right. Mando is Star Wars the side quests.
He just literally is like, look, man, I'm just trying to complete the story. I just need to find out where this kid goes. And it's like, all right, but first I need you to go hunt this person for me because you're a Mandalorian. He's like,
fine.
Who is it, man? What do you want?
Let's go do it.
Like, just tell me.
If you're gonna help me, if this is what it takes for you to help me, fine, we'll go do it.
But he's actually the great thing is he's moral the whole time about it. Because if it's
true.
something that's fucked up, like, because they know he's a Mandalorian, they'll think, oh, he'll take any job. If it's like immoral, where he needs to kill like a helpless family, if it's another kid, he straight up will be like, no.
That's why.
That's
why he
I'm
saved
about to
Grogu.
screw you over, and I'm gonna help.
That's why he saved Grogu.
Yes, because he's not immoral. Like he's
he's a kid.
He's responsible, and he's not going to have that on him.
No.
They're still a creed, and he follows it to an extent. Like, yes, they're bounty hunters, but they're not killers.
Yeah,
they're not
murderers.
Exactly, it's within reason.
Yeah,
because like if depending on how the person asks, like he always said, like how the bounty was set up, they'll always let the mark know. I can bring in cold, I can bring in warm. What do you want to do? Because it's how the mark set it up. Mm-hmm. And if it's just like some scum that owes someone money, he's just like...
And they're going to bring back that other guy, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he froze him in carbonite. Mm-hmm. He could have killed him, but I don't think he actually was. He was like...
Because he gets more money if he's alive.
He brings him in alive. So he's not stupid. He's just going to be like, yeah, I'm just going to freeze you. I'm going to put you in carbonite. That's the worst.
Man, they blew up his fucking ship.
Even when I saw that, I was like, yo...
Like, fuck.
What now, man?
Like...
Hey, the spear survived.
remember.
Well, it's Beskar.
I know. That's why I was like, hey, he found the spear.
Good thing Boba got his armor before that happened, dude.
Right? Even though like, you saw an opportunity, and I think you seized it like appropriately. And I think Mando would have done it in the end. He would have given it to him, especially the fact that he broke it down to him, and he's like, you know what? Yeah, that armor's yours. Like it is in your heritage.
But
it's
damn, dude, they blew up his ship. Even the silver ball survived.
Was it Beskar? Oh. Does Grogu have an attunement to Beskar?
I think
probably it's just shiny.
I think he's gonna be like the first Mandalorian where he's a Jedi too.
I think so. And I think that'd be interesting.
Because the first Mandalorian was a Jedi.
Yeah.
But he was a Mandalorian too.
And that's what like kind of started the wars with that.
Yeah.
And
Darth Revan comes and just wrecks the most OP Mandalorian and gets some random helmet and is like, I'm Darth Revan.
Yeah. And he never took it off after that. He stuck to the...
He's just a fucking
He like stuck to the creed even though he didn't have to. But once he put on that helm...
He just kept it on.
He kept it on. And that's all like, Revan's an interesting character. I love Revan.
There's this one fan fiction film I saw the other day. And it's been around for a while. It's one of the best Star Wars fan films I've ever seen in my life.
Which one?
Oh, what's it called?
Put the link here at the bottom, Vic.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, like he hasn't sent it to me.
Well,
and then I'll do it.
Post it, then stamp
it's so good.
And then mark it, and then emoji right here.
It's so good. It's so good.
Damn it.
The person who plays Darth Revan in that game, in that movie...
It's like a fan film, right?
Yeah, it's a fan film. And it's so good.
A lot of the
complete fan service.
We are pretty stretched on this.
Yeah.
Fan films are so good. Did you see the one? I'm pretty sure you know who Star Wars Theory is, right?
Yeah.
This Darth Vader fan film. That shit is next level.
Like I'd hope they take more inspiration from those, but
yeah,
I think that's why
he's currently working.
You know what I wish people would take a lot more inspiration from?
What?
Us. And closing out this podcast. Because we've been rambling for a while.
We're talking about Star Wars a lot.
Yeah.
I totally was gonna go on for a while.
Welcome to Star Wars Cast.
Yeah, but we do hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's just because I didn't have a lot to say. But near the end, I know other random facts.
Even though you know
I know
other
obscure knowledge.
He knows more about Twilight than we do.
I know stuff about Star Wars,
but not Star Wars.
Yeah, I know about like all that other terrestrial shit, like
the obscure lore, the shit that I guess
like
you
the
would
shit
say
that you find in the
mainstream.
Codex in Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah,
that's what I learned.
That's fucking badass.
That's cool. Like, we should just talk about that.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Okay.
So I hope you guys had a really great time with us. Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you, Eli. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, of course.
Check out his work. Check out their work.
Shadow Valley, Ronin, Little Sky's gonna come out because he asked. So it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
And once again, y'all have a good one. And see you in the next pub crew.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a nice one.
Take care, y'all. And I gotta pee.
I gotta pee too. So I'll let you go first.
Fat. I want to be super fat. Like, I just want to be, like, ginormous.
That's a goal.
I feel like, yeah.
I mean, don't let anything
I look so small.
I know. That's why half of me...
You're halfway to your goal now. Now you have perspective of how we actually look now.
Yeah,
this is great. If you ever want to feel like you're talking to the audience, the camera's right up there. See where that blinding ass light is?
Oh, that's the camera?
That's the camera.
Oh, wow.
That's the blinding
that
ass
ring light.
Why does it have a big light on it?
For more light.
Oh,
for light.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's light for lighting.
It's light for lighting.
Yeah.
When lighting's not
like
lighting.
a 2-in-1.
Uh-huh.
When you're not lit enough.
It'll get you lit. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, kids.
We're gonna add that to the end. Just
you should. As audio fades.